How are you guys? What's up? Yeah.
What it means to you guys to be able to go back on the road for a second week in a row and do what you needed to do?
Yeah, we knew this. We had a 3-game road stand, and it was a fun one the week before, and it's right back to work. And the Saints are a good team. You know, they had a really good front. We knew it was going to be a tough challenge coming in, and tough environment too. That place is one of the loudest places I've played in my career. The dome aspect obviously plays into that, but it was a good team win. You know, I think offense and defense and special teams kind of played off each other, but coming out with the win, that's the goal at the end of the day.
Talked to you last week about the running game and just
how
close you felt like you guys were to getting to where you wanted to be.
Yeah.
What did you see from that aspect of your offense yesterday?
Yeah, gosh, man, that's the talking point. That's on the back of our minds, y'all's minds, everyone's minds right now. I have a lot of faith and confidence still in it. You know, close is a word you get tired of hearing. We're close, but you just watch the film with the guys, and there's just a few plays, and we need to take more accountability as an O-line to have our guy never make the play. Because we're getting a hat on a hat. We're where we're supposed to be, getting to the right play call. We need to finish better because we got a good stable of running backs. It'll help our pass game out. It'll help the whole team out. And we had some good, dirty 4, 5, 6 yard runs, and we haven't popped any of those yet. You know, there's no better feeling than a 20, 30, 40 yard touchdown run. And so we got to take some ownership. We got to get it fixed, and that'll really help this team out.
I understand that Stefon Diggs provided a chef for a meal at your house.
Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, we do. We do online dinners every week, and we've done them at restaurants, and it was my week, so I wanted to have it at the house and have the guys around my kids, and didn't know of any chefs, and Stefon Diggs offered his chef up to us, and it was an absurd amount of food, but honestly, it was cleaned out. So I had to order some Shirley Temples from Amazon since we kind of had them every week, and the boys need Shirley Temples, so they like that. Just a little stitious, just a little. But no, it was a great time. It was good to have everyone over the house, and it was an absurd amount of food: steak, wings, smash burgers, mac and cheese, baked beans. It was crazy. So, but it was good.
There was a lot of focus on maybe what the run game isn't doing, but like you mentioned, there were some openings yesterday. So what are some things that you feel like the unit is starting to progress in?
Sorry, say the last part again.
What are some things that you feel the unit in the run game is starting to progress in?
Yeah, like kind of what I mentioned before. We're getting a hat on a hat, and I think we're doing some good things at the first level. And I think the first few weeks we were really good at not having negative runs, and I think some of those are showing up a little bit. And so as an O-line, the first priority is take care of the downs, take care of the line of scrimmage, get your combos going, and then it's the second level. And I think the Saints specifically, that's some of the best linebacker combos that we'll play all year. I have a lot of respect for Davis and Werner, but at the end of the day, it's not about what they do, it's what we do. And so we need to get on the right landmark. We need to finish blocks, sustain blocks, and get the backs to the third level, because that's when we really make some hay. And so I think some of the combinations were really good, and we were hitting some of the similar schemes in the game. And, it's those 4, 5, 6 yard runs that you really want to make go a little further than that. So it's, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but it's close. But we can be better.
Did you have your eyes on when you got back into Foxborough on the American League Championship Series? I know.
Yeah.
Has been on the postseason roster for them.
Yeah, they took game one. There's some Mariners fans, Westovers from PNW and Chism. So we were trying to track it on the plane, but that's a big game one win.
You mentioned getting in the right play, and Drake's growth, in a lot of ways, you've been asked a million questions about him from day one this year. What do you see week to week in terms of his presence in the huddle, his command, his ability to navigate the pocket?
Yeah, I mean, he's playing with confidence right now. We were just watching the film, and I was telling the guys, like, we don't really know where he is sometimes, so we just have to finish. We have to block because there's some plays where he's just making stuff happen. He's got great feel in the pocket. Commanding the huddle is huge. Whether he needs to get us to a better look or alert the play or change the play, he's doing what he needs to do. And then he's been lights out throwing the ball. I mean, in the first half there, we were like, oh, we didn't want to say anything because we were like, this guy's slinging it around. So he's a lot of fun to play with. And that puts more ownership on the run game because we know how he's playing and we're relying on him a lot right now. If we can get both going, we can be a really good offense. So that'll help the team a lot.
Is that like having a pitcher throwing a no-hitter in the first half and you didn't want to say anything?
Absolutely, yeah. I kept looking up at the completion. I think it was like 100% at the first. I was like, yeah, I need to stop looking at these stats. I just need to do my job. But yeah, he's playing really good football right now, and so we need to support him as best we can.
What's it like as a lineman seeing the effort Ramondre Stevenson gives as a blocker, both obviously,
Yeah, no kidding. There were some blitz pickups he had where he's sticking his face in there. I know Coach Tony Dews prides himself on his running backs are gonna pick up blitzes, and there's some things we do in our protections where we're asking our running backs to do more than some other running backs do, and that helps the whole line. That helps Drake, gives clean pockets. It can always be better, but I think there was some good pockets yesterday for Drake to kind of run around and do what he needed to do. So yeah, those guys play a huge part. We do protection meetings every week. They come in the O-line room. They meet with us. That's what helps make the offense go.
Because from a mental toughness standpoint, you guys bounced back after having multiple plays taken away yesterday. What does that say about this team and just again the mental toughness?
Yeah, kind of next play mentality. Coach always says, like, whatever happened last play, good or bad, F it, move on. And, yeah, there were some things that happened yesterday where, I mean, on the one touchdown, we were in the end zone celebrating. We ran to the sideline, and it was like, you're back out there. Like, what? But, yeah, it shows some resilience, shows some toughness that, like, all right, let's go. We get to play some more football. Let's go do it, execute at a high level, and yeah, it's good to, whenever some penalties or negative plays like that happen, you want to see a team bounce back. I feel like we did a pretty good job of that yesterday.
Gary, your head coach is going to be going back to Tennessee with you guys this coming weekend.
Yeah.
Does that give you as players any added juice? The fact that it's a meaningful game, maybe in some sort of intangible ways for Mike.
Yeah, I don't know if Coach. There's probably a little bit about Coach Vrabel that's a little fired up for it, but he's such a football coach through and through that it's just we need to have a good Tuesday, we need to have a good Wednesday, we need to have a good Thursday, and we need to execute on Sunday. So we'll worry about that later, but when we start making things bigger than what they are, or focusing down the road, or it's just we got to live in the moment. Doesn't matter what you did yesterday or tomorrow, you got to have a good today, and that's kind of the message Coach Vrabel shares. But yeah, I'm sure there might be. We got a lot of guys, former Tennessee people in this building, so there'll be a little bit extra for them. But players, we got to show up and execute. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
What's going on? How are we doing?
How are you?
Good.
How did it feel to get your first game action?
It felt great, just get out there, get things rolling. So anything I can do to help the team it's pretty special, though.
You've been out there in so many games working out, knowing you're not maybe going to be active, and then you get out for a game against the Bengals, you're up. What's your mindset like in those pre-game hours before that moment takes place?
Yeah, I think that's kind of why I like to go out there early, even when I'm maybe not going to be suiting up. It's just like to get my mind right, to prepare like I'm going to play. So then, like when tomorrow, or when the day comes like it was yesterday, I know that I'm prepared and I know that I'm ready to go, and that continues to stick with the process I've been doing.
How much kick return experience did you have before yesterday, and when did you find out that you were going to be getting those duties?
Yeah, did it a little bit early on in the week. Definitely did a little bit of reps in college. My first couple years in high school did it too, so it wasn't something totally new to me. I've done it before, and then kind of just go out there and be a ball player. It's all football at the end of the day. Just make sure you make good decisions back there, and then try to get the ball back to the offense.
Efton, when did it hit you on Sunday that you're about to play an NFL game?
Probably when we walked in. I think, walking in, then kind of just seeing like the whole environment and everything was pretty surreal. I feel like The preseason was awesome, to get those reps and to get my mind right that way. But then, just to kind of get that opportunity to go out there and help the team at any way I can was pretty special.
You might have answered this, but when exactly did you find out and who told you?
I had an idea during the week, but for me, it was kind of just like, I'm going to keep chipping away. And then like Friday, I really found out. But it was really just trying to prepare like I was going to be a starter every week. That's kind of how I go about it.
How much did you hear from folks back home? It was an early game for them.
Early game. So my mom was actually already planning on coming, so my dad didn't make it just because it was such a late notice. I told him. But it was awesome. They all were at the house watching the game. My dad and all his buddies, my family, friends, all at the house. So it was pretty special.
Is there anything you didn't expect in the new kickoff format that they have in the NFL? Anything kind of catch you off guard?
I think with first getting into like the NFL in the preseason, like learning about it, it's all the different rules, and if it lands in the end zone, you get the ball up towards 35, stuff like that. Like that's all different. You got to learn those along the way. But nothing totally that sticks out that is totally challenging and totally different. So, yeah.
Was the first one a little tricky because they kind of hit a little bit of a liner over
It was a little tricky. It was like, I feel like, I don't know, he kind of hit like a little dirty ball, it was a little sideways spin on it, and then we're getting close to the end zone too. So, trying to make sure you make that good decision when you're back there too, So just kind of know if I know it's going to go in the end zone, let it go in the end zone and take a knee.
Did you kneel it coming off the goalpost just
Just because, I was like, a couple weeks ago, someone did. It was the Steelers, I think. The rookie back there let it bounce. Obviously, I know that mine went out of bounds, but he didn't need it, and then the Seahawks went down there and tried to get it. So, just trying to do everything.
What are the rules that you employ there? You've got a split-second decision to make. That kick, as you said, was kind of
Yeah, we do a good.
Unorthodox kick.
Yeah, we do a good job during the week. Just watching film, learning what the kicker's going to do, where they like to kick it, where to line up at. So Coach Springer did a great job helping me prepare this week to line me up in a good spot to make the best decisions possible out there.
How much has Coach Springer helped you just confidence-wise?
Oh, it's been awesome. I think especially early on in the week when I found out I was going to start to become doing this as a new role. Totally just meeting with him after practice, seeing what do you think here, and then he's giving me extra things to go watch. So on the iPad, watching different teams do different things just to kind of build my confidence in myself. And then he had total belief in me. He told me a bunch of times this week, so it was pretty special.
Efton, what have you been working on these last couple of weeks, and how much do you feel like you've grown?
Yeah, I feel like I've growing every day. I think obviously always working on just my blocking, my route running, my whatever I can each and every day. And then it's such a blessing just to go against some of the best guys in the National Football League every day. Being on a scout team with that, being CD, Marcus Jones, Christian Gonzalez, all those guys out there. Those are invaluable reps that I don't take for granted. That just continue to get better each and every day.
Has it been a challenge at all for you, Efton, to not be as big a contributor offensively as over the course of your life? I'm sure you used to play a lot of offensive football. So how difficult maybe has it been to kind of bide your time?
Yeah, I think every rookie's kind of navigating that, but I think for me, whatever I can do to help the team, and I know that sometimes that's during the week. Maybe it's not on Sundays, but I know I'm helping the team any way I can, and definitely just trying to learn the ways of some of the guys that have done it before and their process and how it's not all going to happen overnight. So I kind of just continue to stick with the process.
How do you balance giving your defense a good look, mimicking maybe the movements, the route running of somebody on the other team going to play, with your own work and trying to grasp the offense and improve in the Patriots?
Yeah, I think we do a good job watching kind of the film early on in the week, seeing what they're gonna do. If that was the Dolphins offense, making sure that we're running the right things. So kind of doing things, allowing the defense to see how they're gonna do stuff, but then also it kind of gives us a little bit of freedom to try things that they're doing that maybe I wouldn't try this release, but I see that on film they do this type of release. So just trying to kind of try to add new things to different packages, stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
Is there anything from one of those receivers that you've helped emulate that you've actually added to your game?
Yeah, I think just the whole Panthers week was pretty cool. Just kind of seeing Hunter Renfro's route tree. I know that's gonna be like kind of a little comparison, whatever, but it was cool just to kind of see, their offense, stuff like that. Like I said, the Dolphins was pretty cool, just the different motions and stuff they have. But I think every week I'm always just kind of trying to learn something, try to get better each and every day.
What you learn from guys like Diggs and Matt Collins?
Just how to be a leader. Those guys are second to none with their leadership on and off the field. And I have the most respect for those guys. Everyone in that room, honestly, those guys have brought me under their wing and just allowed me to continue to get better and better. And they got belief in me, and I appreciate them tremendously.
Makes sense.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.